Here, we'll start off with Glenn Crooks.
Hey, Joe, congratulations. Obviously, one of the reasons you're sitting here, you've made your debut and, came in what it was an important moment. You've gone through some things, the injuries, waiting to go overseas. So just tell us about your emotions and how it was tonight.
Yeah, just hearing my name get called in alongside Nico is definitely an experience I've been waiting for the past 2.5 years. So I'm super excited, and I can't wait to keep going with the team and then make the playoffs.
Who are the culprits there?
Tony and Brad.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yep.
You can follow up, Glenn.
Well, so you go on. There isn't much time, but you were involved quite a bit for the short amount of time you were out there. You remember all that?
Yeah, I definitely remember each part of it, just memorable touches and everything like that. So it was definitely an experience I won't forget.
All right, Christian.
How's it going, Joe? Congratulations on the debut and also on the water bath that you just got. I have a question for you regarding young players developing during this crazy time. Now, obviously, you have a pretty big time, ahead of you with your transfer to Mönchengladbach, pretty much only about half a year away, less than. Now, how do you think that this entire pandemic period has fared for young players developing? Do you think we'll see lasting effects of this as far as future talents are concerned, or do you think that this was just a speed bump and that things will return relatively to normal within a reasonable time frame?
Yeah, of course, it's maybe a bump in some youth players' careers with playing time, but it gave us all a chance to learn new things, like maybe pick up new hobbies to keep our mind off soccer, and it could also come back and strengthen players just to take time off from the sport, because we know it's a year-round sport, and then just to come back and love the sport even more, just get more emotions into it and feel better. So it could definitely help guys, especially we can watch YouTube videos, have more time off, just pick up different things.
All right, Mike Ander.
Joe, congratulations on the debut. I'm just curious about the mindset. I know Glenn mentioned you dealt with a lot of injuries, but just the mental fortitude to not get your name called, even though you were healthy for a lot of the games, keeping your mind focused and waiting for the moment.
Of course, with the injury, it was a setback. It was all a waiting game. I was patient, and I kept my mindset right, focused on the things I needed to work on, and it all led up to today, and I won't forget this day.
All right, Trey.
Hey, Joe. Congrats on the debut again. I'm just wondering, since you know your end time, which is not normal of such young players, you know exactly when you're going to leave. How do you think what's your mindset and how you're going to approach the next 3 months when it comes to squeezing the most out of your time here? What do you think, how are you going to handle the next 3 months here at the club?
The next 3 months, of course, I have my eyes set on one thing, which is helping the team as much as I can win our first silverware. So that is my main focus in these next 3 months, and I'm going to do everything I can to make that happen.
Glenn?
Yeah, Joe, just following up on that, and look, this is a big night for you, and I don't want to pursue this too heavily, but the fact is that you have Tinnerholm ahead of you, generally in the 11, and your ability to come in if something happens is really vital. But between now and the time you leave, it's the essence of it is you might not get many minutes. So to me, that's the challenge of figuring everything out and being the very best you can when you leave. So do you acquire that through training? I mean, I think that's what everybody's kind of driving at. How do you get yourself really prepared for that if you're not getting the time?
Just every day I practice, I take it all as a game. Like it's the last time I'll step out on the field. So I just go into looking that way and work on things that I need to improve on. And I do it all in training, just so even if anything does happen on the field, I'm ready to go in and do the same thing and help the team as much as I can.
Who's the hardest guy to defend in training?
that's a tough one. All our attackers are really good. I'll probably have to go with maybe Ishmael. He's just strong on the ball, and when he cuts in, you're done.
Okay.
All right, we'll go last one here to Mike Lander.
So, Joe, obviously a unique debut. You didn't have the opportunity to have any family or friends in the stands. How much is your phone blowing up right now?
Well, I haven't had the chance to look at it yet, but I'm looking forward to just seeing all the texts from my brother, sister, mom, and dad. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. But of course, I would love to have all them here. But in everything that's going on, I'd rather have them home safe. But I can't wait to FaceTime them soon.
All right, Joe. Thanks again.
Thank
See
you.
tomorrow.
Yes.
And we'll have
See you.
someone-
Thank you.
As a reminder, Diego's joining us tonight after making his 250th regular season appearance with the Revolution. That is third all-time in club history. And for our first question, we will go to Julian Cardilla from Pro Soccer USA. Julian, go ahead.
Hey, Diego. Congrats on that milestone. I'm sure you wish you were celebrating under different circumstances. Both Bruce and Matt just gave pretty kind of sober descriptions of what went on tonight. And can you just talk about it from your perspective in the center of the pitch where it seemed like not a lot went right?
I think exactly how they said it. It wasn't the best game for us. Overall, I think we weren't really completing a lot of passes. We weren't really making any plays really happen. And that's on us. We need to be better. This game is one of those games that you don't even want to look back into it. Now we just have to keep moving forward, make sure that we're playing better. Like you said, it's not the best way to celebrate, but at the same time, now it's another step to get better. We're going to go into film tomorrow and the next day and make sure that we're fixing those mistakes, because at the end of the day, like Bruce and Matt probably said, today wasn't our best game.
Next, we'll go to Frank Delappa with the Boston Globe. Frank, you are unmuted.
Hey, Diego. Talk about offensively. You guys really seem to have trouble getting on track. Are you frustrated about that?
I think everybody's frustrating, not just the attackers and not just the defenders. I think as a team we are. There's so many points that we could be having right now and we're not. There's so many plays that we can make happen and are not. It's our final touch. It's our final shot. There's a lot of things that we aren't doing right. But at the same time, in this game, we're going to have opportunities. There's going to be chances that we need to finish. Goalkeepers are going to make saves. We can't get mad. We can't get frustrated. One play at a time, and someone just needs to step up and make that play happen. Today wasn't the best game for it. I don't think we had that many clear chances, but when we had those chances, we were a little dangerous. But at the same time, now we need to be better. We're going to be practicing more in training, make sure that we're finishing every playoff, and when we're in front of the goal, someone needs to be deadly and make sure that we're scoring.
All right, next we'll go to Seth Macomber from the Bent Musket. Seth, you are unmuted.
So you start the last game, you don't start tonight. It's been inconsistent for you throughout the season. What's the conversations been like between you and Bruce Arena?
No, I think as a player, we're going to start. We're not going to start. It's part of the game. I know I had a conversation yesterday with them, and they were trying to get I haven't really played a lot of minutes in, so they wanted me to rest a little bit so then I can be fresh again. Today I got to go in at halftime, and I was trying to make a difference. I tried everything I could, tried to play forward, try to get in the attack. It wasn't maybe the best game to get into it, but it's always nice to get in the game and try to help out the team.
All right, I see one more hand raised from Julian Cardilla, Pro Soccer USA. And then, all right, Julian, you're unmuted now. Go ahead.
Diego, just to follow up to something that you mentioned earlier, can you just talk about the shape that you guys played in tonight? And you guys made a lot of adjustments, not just players coming on, but players changing positions. Tactically, just how did you think that affected how you guys were able to play?
I think when the game started, we knew what positions we were playing and how we were going to play. And in the middle of the game, once I went in and Alex Butner went in, we switched more into a 4-2 with sixes, and then 2 with like 8s a little bit higher up the field, and then our forward. So it was kind of like a 2-2-2. kind of thing. But it was one of those things we need to adapt to the game. We can't just know one formation and know how to play that. We need to adjust into this game. Today we tried new things, new players went in. But like Bruce said when we finished the game, we need more people to step up and be soccer players. Today, I think not a lot of us were out there performing, and that's on us. We need to look at ourselves in the mirror and say, did we do a good enough job? Did we play to our full potential? It's one of those things that it's going to happen, and now we all have to go home and make sure we're preparing for the next game and make sure that we're playing better.
All right, our last question of the evening is going to go to Hayden Berg with Boston.com. Hayden, going to you now.
Diego, Bruce described your opposition tonight as the best that you guys have faced all season. And, I know you weren't on for the full game, but it just seemed like you guys had a little trouble connecting passes. Do you put that down to, just lack of execution on your part, or was it something NYCFC was doing to you guys?
No, I think overall, I think we need to be better. We know how to pass the ball. We've been doing it for years now. We're all professionals. We do it in training every day. Today wasn't the best. I know when I went in, I was still missing some of those passes. Some other players were missing those passes. Those are passes that we need to be making, especially in the first half. We need to make sure that we're comfortable with the ball. And I think today we weren't really comfortable with it. That's something that we need to work on. Make sure more people are comfortable with the ball, that they want the ball, that they want to carry the ball, and try to make a difference. If we keep playing the way we've been playing, people are going to punish us. Bruce said it at the end of the day today. He said today was the first time that another team actually punished us, because overall, since the DC to the next game, we weren't to our best ability at the beginning, and today we actually got punished. And now we need to learn from this and make sure that for the next game we start the right way and we finish the right way.
All right, Diego, thanks for joining us tonight.